According to Fragrantica, Paco Rabanne has released 5 flankers of its popular 2013 release, Invictus, not including the 2 special editions, of course. Well, they just released a new version. Is this one going to be better than the rest? Stay tuned, find out. Today's video is going to be another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time I come from the house of Paco Rabanne. It is their latest release, Invictus Victory. So Invictus Victory from the house of Paco Rabanne is a men's oriental fresh fragrance released in 2021. I don't know the nose behind this fragrance. It is an Eau de Parfum Extreme concentration. All right, let's check out this presentation. So here's the box for Invictus Victory. As you can see, it does resemble the others from the line. We do just have a darker version of the previous boxes. We do have some silver wings here. It does say the name of the fragrance, Eau de Parfum Extreme or Extreme here at the bottom. Other than that, not too much going on with this box. Let's check out the bottle. So here's the bottle for Invictus Victory. As you can see, it does resemble the other bottles from the line. We just have a matte black top here. The atomizer is here. It also says Paco Rabanne here on the back. Same shape and size of the previous bottles. We just have clear glass down here kind of going up to a black. We do have a gold V on there. Familiar, but not a bad looking bottle from the house of Paco Rabanne. All right, so here are the notes for Invictus Victory. In the top, we have lemon and pink pepper. In the mid, we have lavender and frankincense. And in the base, we round things off with tonka bean, amber, and vanilla. Yes, I do have quite a bit of experience with the house of Paco Rabanne, and I do like a few of the Invictus flankers. I do like the original Invictus Aqua, and I did like Invictus Legend that came out a year or so ago. Yeah, but looking forward to trying this one. It sounds like it's going to be a lot more gourmandier with the tonka bean, amber, and the vanilla. It's going to be sweeter, a little sexier going down that sort of avenue. It's going to be fresh because it is an Oriental fresh, but they added some sweet notes in there as well to give it a gourmand feel, which I'm excited to try. Although I'm a little nervous because this one might resemble some other ones on the that are already out there, like Bad Boy, because to my nose, Bad Boy sort of smells like Invictus in the opening. So I'm guessing they're going to have the same opening as that, or keep the same Invictus opening, move into a gourmandy, sweet, sexy dry down. Again, hope it stays kind of far away from what I've been smelling lately, but I guess we'll see. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. All right, clean hand, a couple sprays. All right, I will say first there is planes flying overhead, so if you guys hear planes, I apologize. Okay, definitely starts off very, a lot of that amber, a lot of that vanilla, a lot of that tonka bean. It's fresh, but I'm definitely getting the gourmand notes heavy in the top here. Almost a little challenging a little bit. The amber note in this is almost a little animalic. I think it's the amber note anyway. I mean, I'm getting the lemon and the pink pepper, so it's fresh, but it's not super fresh. This one actually starts off sweeter and heavier than I thought it would. I thought it was really going to start off kind of like the Bad Boy, very citrusy and sweet. This one almost starts off with a almost an animalistic or animalic amber note. It's smoky from the frankincense. I get a little bit of that sweet lavender in there. So I'm getting the lemon. I'm definitely getting the pink pepper. The lavender in there is giving a bit of that, not barbershop, but just that sweet lavender touch that it brings to men's fragrances. And it's smoky from the frankincense. Yeah, that amber note though. This wasn't what I was expecting, honestly. I was expecting something closer to Bad Boy. This one seems like it might be a little bit challenging. I mean, I'm not saying challenging like oud or anything like that, but just for a mainstream fragrance, I really did think this was going to come super like bubblegum sweet out from the jump. But something in this it's a little different. It might be the incense because it almost smells like there's cinnamon in this. This almost a little bit smells like Fahrenheit Parfum minus the gasoline notes or the petrol notes you guys that's popular in that fragrance. It almost smells like it has something that fragrance has. And I want to say that fragrance has cinnamon and some frankincense in it. Again, it's not exact or anything like that. I'm just saying that sort of reminds me of the thickness of this fragrance, the heaviness, the sweetness. Yeah. Definitely getting that, I believe to my nose, it's that amber note. It's like a dusty, animalic amber note. And I'm guessing the frankincense, again, is going to make it smoky. So yeah, not where I thought this fragrance was going to go, but it's not bad. I kind of like it. I kind of like that it's not super mainstream and super bubblegummy and super, I guess, clubby. This one's a little different. This one has a bit of a mature vibe to it, almost like not so mainstream, which I can respect because, me and Brandon in the last few videos we made together, we're always saying how something comes off very mainstream and sort of, you've been there a million times. But this one is a little bit different. This one's a little bit more like doing its own thing, honestly, and I don't really get a lot of the Invictus vibes, which, again, could be a good thing. This might be one of the flankers that sort of goes away from that really fresh, sort of citrusy, Invictus DNA. Honestly, I don't really get a lot of that. I get like a dry, dusty amber note, almost a bit animalic. And if I could think of a fragrance that this reminds me of, besides a little bit of that Fahrenheit parfum, which again, is not exact by any means, it's just sort of the thickness and a little bit of that spiciness, I would definitely let you guys know. This isn't a bad fragrance, but again, it's going to be up to y'all's noses because to me, I like that it's a little bit different. I like that it's not going down the same path as the other Invictus flankers, but I think this might turn some noses off. If you guys are just new in the game, if you're just a designer fragrance guy, you might try this one and be like, ooh, there's something a little bit off. Almost like, I'm telling you, it's like that animalic amber note. I'm guessing that's what it is. Or the mixture of the frankincense with the amber note is giving it a bit of, it's a little challenging. Again, guys, not like a lot. This isn't like niche quality sort of challenging. I'm just saying it's going to go away from what you guys are used to when it comes to these Invictus flankers. So we'll see. We'll see how the fragrance community really responds to this fragrance. Right now, I'm not mad at it. Honestly, I think this will smell really nice on a cooler day. I think it might be cool outside today. I'm not really sure. It was cool yesterday. We'll see if it's still cool outside today. I think this fragrance will wear nice. It's not as strong as I thought. Now, again, it's just a first impression. We'll see in the update. But right now, it's not as strong as I would think that it would be with these notes in here. It's strong, but it's not like reaching you across the room strong. Again, that could change. But yeah, this amber note is the spicy, dusty amber that you get in higher quality fragrances. So again, kind of happy, kind of proud of Paco Rabanne for stepping out of their comfort zone and sort of making it a little bit different than what has been being pushed out there lately. Because I don't think that a lot of people are going to like this note. I happen to like this one. It's very spicy and masculine and warm spicy, fresh spicy, and woody. There's no wood, I don't think. It smells like, again, to my nose, it smells like there's some cinnamon in here, but there's not. It just has like a tree bark sort of woodiness or like a cinnamon stick sort of spicy woodiness. So yeah, this fragrance is a bit unexpected, but it's not that bad, actually. I think you guys may or may, we'll see, what your nose will tell you, but I'm looking forward to trying this fragrance, that's for sure. So I'm going to wear it today, and over the next couple of days, give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, well, I'm back with my update for Invictus V from the house of Paco Rabanne. Yeah, so I spent the last couple of days with this fragrance, and I gotta say, I do actually like this fragrance, but I will have to walk back a couple of comments I made in the first half of the video. I will say this is a different take on the Invictus line, so that I will stand by. This one doesn't completely smell like the original Invictus. It does go away from it. It's very sweet, very gourmandy, very powdery, very masculine, but it doesn't have enough of that Invictus DNA, which is a good thing, right? And I also think I said that this one was like, I was proud of Paco Rabanne for sort of going against the grain. But honestly, this one, after a few wearings, I did realize this one did remind me a lot of Armani Code, one of their flankers, the Gold or the Ultimate or whichever one. Just, it really has a little bit of that same gourmand, spicy, sort of Dr. Pepper / root beer. Some could say Coca-Cola vibe. So this one isn't completely original, but I was happy that it went away a lot from the original Invictus DNA. Now it is still there in the opening. There's a little bit of that lemon with that peppercorn, so you do get some nice fresh fruitiness with the citrus notes. But overall, this is going to be a gourmand fragrance to my nose anyway. I did pick up the fruit notes better after a few wearings, but overall, you do get a lot of the amber, a lot of the vanilla. This one reminds me a little bit with that lavender of that new La Male Le Parfum, I believe. It came in the dark brown bottle. That lavender note smells a lot like the lavender note in this. But overall, I guess if you were to take Armani Code, that DNA sort of, a little bit of the Invictus DNA, maybe the Le Parfum, the La Male Le Parfum DNA, and maybe even like a little bit of that vanilla note from Pulse of the Night that Issey Miyake put out, you might have this fragrance, and that is pretty good. Longevity for this fragrance was about average. This is an Eau de Parfum Extreme. I'm not really sure what the Extreme is supposed to bring to the table, but this one did perform more like an Eau de Parfum, and I got 8 hours for this fragrance consistently. Projection for this fragrance, well, for an Eau de Parfum Extreme, I did get about average projection, if not slightly above average projection. This is no beast, but I did get noticed wearing this one. Almost every time I wore it, I think I got noticed. After a few minutes after I sprayed this fragrance on, Christy walked into the room and she asked me what I was wearing. It smelled really good, wanted to know what it was. So obviously she got it a few minutes after I sprayed it in the air. I did get complimented by someone at a restaurant, asked me what I was wearing, so that was nice. And they're probably a good 3 to 4 feet away, so they smelled it on me and it was pumping off. It was the first couple of hours or to a few hours of me wearing it. After that, I got a little bit closer to the skin, but I did get wafts throughout the day with this fragrance. So, having that kind of projection, I was happy. Seasons for this fragrance, well, if you guys haven't guessed already, judging by the dark bottle or for the fact that it is a gourmand fragrance, very sweet and very heavy, very masculine. This is going to be better for the cooler months to colder months of the year. So fall, winter, and early spring. Occasions for this fragrance, well, again, if you guys can't tell by just looking at the dark bottle, this is best for evening occasions. Dress down, suit and tie. It's a very sexy, sweet, gourmand fragrance. Very heavy, spicy, masculine. Very nice fragrance here, guys. Again, I did compare this one to Armani Code, and I'm sure most of you guys out there probably wear Armani Code at night to the club, date night, suit and tie, maybe even like some sort of a just formal event, with a tuxedo or something like that. Can't see myself wearing this during the day or casually, so evening events be best for this fragrance. Ages for this fragrance, I'm going to say 25 and up. This is still a new fragrance, so you're looking at about $100, if not more, a bottle for this fragrance. I think for the young guys, that might be a bit expensive, but also some very masculine and very spicy. Now, it's very sweet and gourmandy, don't get me wrong, but I do think the spicy masculine notes might be a bit much for the 18 and up crowd. I do think the 25 and up would be a safe age range for this fragrance. So overall, I do like this fragrance, even though it is a bit familiar. Like I said before, it does remind me mostly of the Armani Code and a few of those flankers. It does have sort of that same DNA. But I do like that Invictus went in a different route from what they were putting out with that Invictus DNA, because I don't get a lot of that DNA in this fragrance. But then again, I do get sort of the DNA from Armani Code. So again, it's really going to be up to you guys. I want you guys to get your nose on this one, though. I do think this is a solid release from the house of Paco Rabanne. Yeah, they release a lot of like club fragrances, like 1 Million and Invictus and all these other ones. And this one you can probably put in the pile as well. And yeah, some could say that, yeah, it's just another designer release, trying to get the masses to really get in love with this one. And I would like to go back to the first half of the video when I said this one was a bit animalic, a little bit challenging. I think it was the amber note. Something about that really made this one different from those fragrances. So I do think this one might be a little bit more masculine, a little bit darker, a little bit more challenging, if you will. Again, this isn't a challenging fragrance, just slightly with that amber note or whatever it is that I got a little bit of that animalic sort of note from this fragrance. I did get a little bit of that. So with that, it slightly made it a little bit more mature, a little bit harder to wear, maybe a little more daring, if you will. But I do think this one is going to be nice for the masses, 25 and up. I do think this one's going to get you compliments. Again, I wasn't even trying to get compliments on this one because honestly, the only downside I saw about this fragrance is there was a bit of a plasticky smell that I got every now and then, but it wasn't a deal breaker, so I really thought other people were going to get that as well. I thought they were going to get the plastic note in the air and they weren't going to like it, or maybe the animalic note in the air and they weren't going to like it, but I got compliments on this fragrance, and it pushed out like it. So good performance, good longevity, good projection. Yeah, I mean, again, might be a little bit of expensive, or a little bit of expensive price there with this one, but if you wait a little bit, or you have a birthday coming up, you can ask your significant other to get you this fragrance. But I did like this one. I really thought this was a solid release. It might resemble a couple of other ones, but if you want to keep the line going, you have the flankers, and you really want to get another one, another flanker from the Invictus line, I think this is a good release from the house. Again, a bit familiar, but it's good. All right, guys, so now it's your turn. What are your thoughts on Invictus V from the house of Paco Rabanne? Have you tried this fragrance? Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. All right, thank you guys so much for watching our video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.